I'm Lucia Thompson, board certified family law attorney, divorced mother of 3, and Valley born Latina. And I've dedicated my career to helping men and women understand and overcome the complexities of divorce. Whether you're considering a divorce or living through the aftermath, let's dive in.
So if something has happened in your marriage that you somehow lost trust, there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's domestic violence of some sort, and you find yourself having to call me for a divorce, people will always say, what do I need to bring? And can I bring my friend? And what do you need from me? People tend to be real nervous because they've probably never met with a lawyer before. And so when I tell people to come in the first time, I tell them, I just want to meet you. You want to meet me? We basically interview each other to see, do we fit? The reason I say that is, again, like I said earlier, doing divorces a little differently. I don't think if I was going through a divorce and I was having to open up to someone I didn't get along with, or I didn't click with, or I didn't feel like I could be honest with, I'm not going to tell them the whole story. And so I'm going to make it up. If my lawyer was some 70-year-old man that was going to be judgmental because I got drunk at a party and did something I shouldn't have done, I'm not going to feel very comfortable sharing the details with that person. So I tell people the first meeting when we talk is basically interviewing each other. So if you want to come in, it's about, okay, do we click? Do you feel comfortable enough to share with me? Aside from that, I really don't need too many documents. I will, if you tell me that you have a text that says this, or if you tell me you own this business, I take it all at face value. It's once you decide to hire me and you sign the employment contract and you pay the retainer fee that I'll say, okay, I need these items. And so here in this office, the legal assistant you'll be talking to is Brianna. And the associate lawyer that does a lot of the divorces with me is Yuri Sejas. And so we'll give you an app, and I expect you to download all the text messages, because the way people do them is they'll take snapshots or screenshots, I guess is the word. And the screenshot doesn't show me the date and doesn't show me who it's from. And so it's not admissible in court. So when you download this app, it'll give the phone number, not the person's name. So I can type in Lucy Thompson into any contact, but it's not really Lucy Thompson. I'm communicating with someone else, and it shows Lucy Thompson sending all these ugly text messages. So the app that we use will list the phone number, the date, and the time for each text message. And so now I can use it in court. I will also ask for financial documents. Your tax returns are a good start, your W-2s. If you have a CPA that does a financial statement, those kinds of documents are important. If you have a corporation, I'll probably ask for your business lawyer and your business CPA to get that information as well. The other thing that I ask people to do at some point in the divorce is to get me a spreadsheet of sorts, because we have to do something that's called an inventory. And so an inventory in the legal world is about 30 pages long, but based on usually a spreadsheet of like a 1-page spreadsheet that the client gives us. And so the client spreadsheet will say, house located at 100 Southwest. And then it'll have the value and the debt. Well, then I have to put that into an inventory, but then I have to add who's the debt owed to, when did you all acquire it, those kinds of details in the inventory. So that gives me an idea of what I need to do in terms of your divorce. But to file for divorce, it truly is very simple. It's a little simpler than getting married, in my opinion. And all I need is your full name, your spouse's full name. If you have any children, their full name, the date of marriage, and the date of birth for the 2 children. And so in terms of information, I don't need much, but the client, after they retain us, will be asking you all for more information. I see people come in for various reasons. Usually it's infidelity. And again, I think this is where I guess life experience has taught me certain things. And I'm not saying that young people don't feel this, but they can. I know that when I was younger, under the age of 40, I didn't feel this way, but I do now. And my opinion is, if it's your spouse's first time cheating, go to counseling. And I get that it was a betrayal. I get that it's going to be hard to trust. I do. But do you really want to throw away the last 15, 20 years of a marriage? It took a lot of work to get there. It's not easy. And you're going to throw it away for one indiscretion. And I just don't believe that you do. And so I will tell people, are you sure? And 50% of the time they say yes, and 50% of the time they say no. And so when they say no, I tell them, okay, well, let's get you all to a counselor. There's something called marriage counseling, and even family counseling sometimes, because sometimes the kids are older and the kids find out about the infidelity and they're also hurt and they're judging the spouse that didn't commit the adultery, saying, how could you stay? And they don't quite think it through. Again, you're acting out of emotion, and you should. It's a divorce. And so there's family counseling if needed, and there's marriage counseling. Luckily in the Valley, we do have really good marriage counselors and family counseling. Sometimes, aside from that, you might need an individual counselor, because the marriage counselor is working on the marriage, but some parties have to be out of the marriage anyway, and so they get individual counseling because they have to be counseled on their own, because over here, the objective is to preserve that family unit.
I hope this has provided you with insights, comfort, and perhaps a new perspective on your own divorce experiences. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Join us next time as we continue to navigate the complexities of divorce together. Until then, take care and stay strong.